I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Today, we're reviewing Sherrif of Nottingham, a bluffing game in which you take your goods, some of which are legal, and you can tell by the green border, some of which are contraband, and you can tell by the red border, and you place them in a literal bag, which is just great. I love that it's a bag, not that you just hand them face down or something, but you put them in a bag, and you snap it shut, and then you hand it to the sheriff. Everyone's doing this at the same time. All the merchants are handing it to the sheriff, and we declare how much of what one type of good we put in the bag. So I could say, I put 4 apples in the bag. Now, the sheriff can open the bag and pay out if I've told the truth, or open the bag and I have to pay them if I've lied, or they can give the bag back and I just get to put all the cards in my score area. At this point, we've all given the sheriff our bag, and we've said what we have, and then a clock starts. For every merchant, they get 1 minute, so 4-player game, the sheriff gets a 3-minute round to make deals. So I can say to the sheriff, if you don't open my bag, I will give you 5 money. Or, equally viable, I can say, if you don't open my bag, but you open her bag, I'll give you one of the goods from my tableau, or I'll give you 2 money, or he and I will combine and give you some amount of money. So it's really just anything goes, which is that the whole bluffing, trying to, did I put something in my bag that's wrong? Yeah. Did I only put legitimate goods in my bag? That's the crux of the game. So let's talk simplicity versus complexity.
I think this game is very simple. I think you pick up your goods, you choose what you want to put in your bag based on what you have in your hand, and you close the bag and you declare it. And then from there you have to try to bluff out the sheriff if he was the sheriff, because it rotates. And so I think it's very simple, and whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins, and you get the money by getting goods across and also getting paid from not bluffing, or if you're the sheriff, making deals.
Simple concept, complex in gameplay, just because of the fiddliness. One drop pile, 2 discard piles that are face up, that you can only manipulate in some ways some of the time. And so I find that as I explain the game to people, it's very simple. Everyone understands the concept. But then as we're going, I'm repeating rules over and over again. Like, no, you can't put it there. You have to draw from the top first. Or
you might want to do this differently because of these rules and stuff.
So I can see that it's a little complex, not too hard, very simple in concept, but the rule complexity and the fiddliness, I could see I would give this more complex than simple. When it comes to luck versus strategy, this is a very luck-driven game in that what you draw from the top will largely determine your play style. However, the strategy of the game there's 2 things really. It's in the bluffing and just making your deals and trying to maybe pay too little so they'll open your bag, or maybe just try to stonewall your way through and say, I'm not going to pay you anything. Everything I put in there is legal, so go ahead and open it. Or the strategy lies in those 2 discard piles. They're face up, and you can draw from those when you replenish your hand, or from the face down deck. So whenever you draw one of the face up cards, the sheriff is watching you. They can see what you're drawing. If you draw contraband, you're going to have a tough time sneaking that through. Or will you? If you draw it and then send in only legal, expecting them to open it because they just saw you draw contraband. It's too great. The mind games are so much part of the strategy here.
I would agree. You pretty much nailed it on the head. I think what you pick up determines what you're going to go for, what bonuses you're going to get, or try to get, and then the strategy is in the deal making. And how good you are at bluffing. But one thing I do like about this game is that you don't have to bluff at all. If you're not good at bluffing, which I tend to not be the best at, you don't have to. You can say I've got 4 apples and legitimately have 4 apples. But if every once in a while you want to try to sneak something in, you can. And that's what I love about this game. You don't always have to bluff or tell the truth, but you can do both of those things. So I think it's both. I think the strategy is definitely in the deal making, and the luck is obviously in the cards that you draw with any card-based game.
True. Fun versus boring. Yeah.
This is a blast. This is so fun. Everyone's table talking. Everyone's yelling at points. Don't open it. No, I'll give you 5. I'll give you 6. I'll give you 7. And then once that bag is snapped open, no going back. Whatever deals were made, and you can't go back. This game has always had a big reveal, a big, oh my goodness moment every time we've played. And it's super fun. Everyone has enjoyed it, even those that don't love bluffing games, like myself.
So this is definitely fun. It maxes out the criteria of fun. It's like you said, that huge reveal. It's magical when you're about to open it and someone's leaping across the table and they're yelling, no, 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 and you pop it. Once you unsnap it, it's over. There's always a lot of laughter. Even there's been a couple people that don't care for bluffing games that haven't, at the end, their post-game opinion, it wasn't as favorable as, say, ours. But I think they still enjoyed those moments, those fun moments that make up the game. So were I to rate this on the BoardGameGeek.com rating system using their scale, I would give this a 10 for outstanding, always want to play. I don't expect that will ever change.
I would also give it a 10. It's the new hotness right now for me and a lot of people, but I don't think it'll change. I think I'll always want to go back to this awesome bluffing game, akin to One Night Ultimate Werewolf or other bluffing games. Coup. Yeah, quick. This one's longer than those, but quick bluffing games, they're always a blast.
Definitely. If you're into bluffing, if that's the kind of strategy you like, this game is definitely up your alley.
Yeah. We presented the evidence.
You be the judge.